Questions?
First, the update on Jalen.
Just sprain. We'll see how he feels tomorrow.
Is that a sprained ankle or foot?
Ankle.
Did it blow up? Was it swollen?
I didn't get a chance to look at it, but that's what the medical sent back.
How about the way you guys kind of just took control of this game in the first half? What did you see out there?
Yeah, I liked the start of the game. I thought we had good intensity, good energy on both sides of the ball. And then it got a little choppy, but every time it got choppy, we responded. And I thought a lot of guys stepped up and played well for us.
Coach, I'm sure you weren't happy that Randle got tossed from the game, but in a sense, did it give you an opportunity to see your team do well without him on the floor?
Yeah, like and again, it's an emotional game, and when he got the first one, we got to do a better job too, helping him walk away, right? As a team, staff, with all of us. So the way it was going, and I get the frustration. It was a physical game, and he got hammered on a play. So, but he can't let that. He had a great game going, and we can't let that get us sidetracked. So there's going to be some missed calls. That's part of this. Just keep competing, but then when a guy gets frustrated, we got to make sure we help.
When you say that, how do you help? I mean, you're on the sideline. You can't run on the court.
Yeah, but like just an awareness. Go grab them, and it's a dead ball. So just make sure that everyone knows. And I know, like you can't get it back, but he'll learn from it.
With that first half, 27 points.
Yeah.
Third quarter, it looked like they're setting doubles and made the right play.
Yeah, he made a number of great plays, and that's, and that was we started slowly at the beginning of the third, but then we got on track, and they were doubling him, and he got off the ball, and he made several great plays for us, and I think that's the important part for the team is to understand everyone shares in the responsibility of creating rhythm for the team, and if you get doubled, hit the open man. Trust the pass, play off the pass, do something for someone else, all those things. That's how you build your team, and it's really both sides of the ball.
You have a couple of days here. Jalen sprained ankle. Do you expect to have him Wednesday?
I don't know. I think that, to be totally honest, let's see where he is tomorrow. That's usually, and I'll get a further update from the medical when I get back in the locker room.
Tom, regarding that with Julius, I know we've talked so much about the difference in his shot selection this year compared to last year, but it doesn't seem like generally he's just like making quicker decisions. What do you think has spurred kind of the quicker decisions, quicker actions on his?
Yeah, I think a lot of things. I think moving without the ball. I think screening. I think playing at a faster pace. I think those things, and I think he sees that, and he's scoring different ways. I think it's sometimes like it's easier to load up on someone when they're handling the ball, and then you're expending a lot of energy like that, scoring that way. And I think running the floor, I think that's helped a lot. I think catching the ball on the move more, I think that's helped. No one wants to see him going downhill, right? And he's reading the game well. If they're sagging off, he's letting it go. He's not overthinking it. And that's been a big plus. His drives are very aggressive to the basket, so it's good.
So on that note, with the drives, he had a couple tonight with like at Harrison Barnes where he just like blows by him, and he got really high around the rim. Like it does seem like he's moving faster, jumping faster. Would you jumping higher? Like does it?
Yeah, I think physically he feels good, but I also think him catching it on the move, and he's so athletic and he's strong. So. And for the way the game's officiated, if you generate speed, you're going to, it's good. And there's contact. You're going to the line, so you get into the line a lot. There's value in that. Those are easy points. If you get into restricted, either you're getting the layup or you're spraying, and we're getting a high value shot from that. And so when we play like that, it's it's great for us.
Did you talk to him after the ejection? And, you know,
I,
what was his-
I haven't had a sit down with them yet,
But after the game, talk to him after the game.
but, I haven't talked to him yet. We had a brief discussion, but we'll have a further one tomorrow.
Coach, you left 3 out of the last 4 opponents held under 100, and the other one was 102. So what's changed over the last 4 games?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think, Quentin and Deuce have added a lot, but I also don't want to take away from what the other guys have done. I think when you start digging into the numbers, you see that it's been pretty good. I think we're second in the league in defensive field goal percentage. We're 5th or 6th in three-point field goal percentage. We're in the top 10, I think 6 or 7 in rebounding margin. Points in the paint, it's top 5. So those are markers to me about the defense. So I think the thing that I like right now is I think the offensive part is helping us because guys are trying to, create rhythm for the team. And then what that lends itself to is the team being tied together defensively as well. And we know we can go on runs. If we get stops, we can get the ball up the floor fast, and we get easy scoring opportunities. And everyone shares in that. We don't know who's going to get the bucket in transition. It's the open man gets the bucket. So run as hard as you can. If we turn you over, a long rebound, kick it ahead, and try to take advantage of the game that way. So. I think that's a compilation of things. And look, we still have a lot of areas to shore up. There's a long way to go, and we got to keep getting better. I think how we approach it is very important. We're either building better habits each day or we're not, and so you don't stay the same. And so I just want us to keep the focus on the improvement every day.
How much of the defensive uptick do you think has to do with just matching up better in transition?
I think that's part of it. I think. You always start there. So it's your defense to protect the basket first. Don't leave the basket unguarded, right? And you don't have a man. You got to protect the basket. You got to find the ball. You got to communicate, right? And then you get set from there. And then you want to play the ball correctly. Then you want to have a tight shell behind the ball. And then you want everyone moving together, moving on the fly to the ball. And you want everyone close. We always say the ball, the paint, react out, cover the line, challenge the shot, and finish with the rebound. So multiple effort being tied together. And if someone needs help, give them help.
What do you think about bringing back Derek or Evan if Jalen can't play?
Everything's on the table. That's why you have a team.
You had those 3 guys, Brunson, Barrett, and Randall, having just a game while so many teams rest guys or sit guys. Just kind of what you've seen from the toughness of those guys. And Brunson took a terrible fall early in the game, and you called time right back in the game.
I think it says a lot about them. I think, and those guys have put a lot of work in over the course of the summer. And if you talk to it used to be a big deal to play 82. And when you talk to the guys that have done it, they always say that you condition your body to do what you want it to do. When you talk to the Jordans and the Ewings and those guys, that's what they did. And I think we have a lot of those type of guys. They're in the gym all the time. They're doing correctives. They're in the weight room. They're preparing themselves. And to me, it's the only way you really could build mental toughness. So you condition yourself for what your body has to do. And I think, our medical people have done a good job. Strength and conditioning people have done a good job. But more importantly, the players have done a good job.
You referenced field goal percentage, and over the last 4 games, I think 27 or 130 from beyond your opponents. What do you see just from the group in general that's working after that?
Well, containment of the ball, if your defense hasn't collapsed, principle of sound offense is getting the ball into the paint, force the defense to collapse. So if you have a tight shell and you're keeping the ball in the paint, and now as the ball's being picked up, you read the ball. If you start your closeout, you should be there on the catch, right? And if you challenge the shot correctly, these guys are great players. Guys you can do it perfectly, and they can make. So I think it's just doing it consistently. And look, we still can do it a lot better. Some of the shots that were missed were good shots that were just missed. So, We'll look at the film. And these guys have been great watching film, and I think that that's a big part of improvement. It also gives us a good understanding of why you either win or lose, and keeps your focus on what you have to do each day to get better.
Tom, you're building up, we use the word sample size. You're building up a bit of a sample with the starting lineup now. They played like 320 possessions together coming into this game, and they were averaging like 120 points per 100 possessions offensively. Why, I know you guys have kind of been searching for a starting lineup that worked for a little bit now. Why has that unit been so good offensively so far?
Well, I think a couple things. I think getting stops, pushing the ball up the floor, but I think also a conscious effort by everyone to help create rhythm for the team. So not necessarily like going off on your own, and that's, like there's going to be opportunities for that, but understand how important it is to play off the pass. Understand how important it is to move without the ball. Understand how important it is to do something for someone else. When you play it that way, because it's a five-man game. It's a five-man game on offense, five-man game on defense. It's not one-on-one. So then I think the more time that guys play together, they build chemistry, they understand, they can read, okay, Julius is being doubled in the middle of the floor. Let's double flood. Let's get a guy to the middle. Let's get a guy along the, get to the spots and get there quickly. So he knows, okay, I'm being doubled. I know that guy's going to be there. If we're being blitzed and on an angle, pick and roll, make sure we have the three outlets filled. So, and we always talk about the guy behind, just get all the way up to half court, doesn't matter. So if you pivot, you know the guy's there. And it's easy to get the ball out of the trap. And we always say it's really the second pass against the trap.
Okay. Thanks, Tips.
Yeah.
Sorry, my trainer was telling me to drink water. So there you got it.
Your trainer tell you?
Yeah.
RJ, in the first, Julius gets really hot in the first half, and then to start the third, they're just sending him doubles like crazy, and you guys are just giving him the ball at the top of the key, and you're kind of making that same cut and feasting off of it. I mean, what is your mindset in those situations when you know they're sending the double at him and you have to create something off the ball?
Well, one, we got to help him. We can't just kind of leave him out there like that. So just trying to get to an open space. I think have Mitch for the lob, and I got a couple of floaters in there. So, just trying to help out, try to make them either stay in that and be effective or make them get out of it.
The same thing. The team has to do that. When Randle gets that first tech, the team has to do a better job of
We got to go grab him. I would have grabbed him if I was in there. We got to grab him. Can't let him get another one.
Okay. Is that just a feel thing?
That's just a general thing for anybody. Once someone gets one, you gotta hold them back after that.
First half, what you saw from him, I know he's been scoring lately, but 27 in the first half, it just seemed easy for him.
He's going crazy. I don't know. He's hooping, and so I just hope he can keep it up.
Did you feel a little bit more pressure on yourself after he was out to, step forward a little bit?
No, not pressure. I mean, we all went in there. We just try to make the best plays as much as we could. More guys stepped up tonight, played some big minutes. So it was good to see that.
And what's changed the team? 3 out of the last 4 games, you guys have held your opponents under 100. Before that, you haven't done it at all. What's changed?
I mean, the defense really just picked up, making a conscious effort, especially guys like Deuce and Quentin. Really, and quick, just ball hawking, and Mitch down there protecting the paint. It's just it's been huge for us. So got to try to keep things up on the defensive end as much as we can.
When you see teams that are all, it seems like every night somebody's sitting out. You, Julius, Jay, the meetings today, have been there every game. You played the full season 2 years ago. Just what kind of makes you guys do that, and how are you able to do that?
One, I want to thank God that I'm able to do that. We're able to do that, and be here for the team every night. But as much as being in the best shape you can when you come into the season, or rest recovery, what you do, off the court, rest recovery. Definitely taking care of your body as much as you can, and working out, staying ready as much as you can do, in between the games to be ready. I think that's kind of how you got to approach it. So, yeah.
Drink water.
Drink that water, man.
RJ, how do you like playing the 4?
I like being on the court. So, like I said, I always said it. Whatever I got to do.
The current starting lineup seems like it's gelling really well together. Why do you think you guys are working as well as you are?
Well, we're getting more games under our belt. Having a new starting point guard is different. It'll be different for any team. So getting used to playing with him getting used to our system. So I think we're picking it up and we're learning about each other in general. The more and more of these games come along.
So Jalen, the way he gets defenses is with weird timing stuff, right? Is it hard? Like you mentioned, getting used to playing with him. Is it hard as a teammate of his? Because that weird timing stuff can throw you off too, right? Is it weird getting used to that sort of cadence as well as a teammate of his?
He's crafty. I'll be over there good move. So I'll be saying, he gets the defense all the time.
All right. Thanks, RJ. Last one. I was going to cut you. RJ, what's the one thing that you've noticed that's been different about your defense the last 4 years? Is there one thing that you've noticed, whether it's closeouts, whether it's energy, is there one thing that's stood out?
Not one particular thing. I just think the defense is gelling all together. I think we're playing hard and we're giving effort. And getting rebounds, it's a big part of it too. So, yeah, I wouldn't say one particular thing, but it's just really, really gelling together.
Thanks, RJ. Sounds good.